Well, hello there, guys, and welcome to the stream. Now, of course, I don't have you heard me playing again. I'm an idiot. I didn't. What the fuck? I thought I turned down the camera, and of course I don't see the chat. Yeah, I don't see the previous chat except so Wicked Rautuns, Drake will be so proud. I feel like your hands on those keys are moving faster than my Wi-Fi. Yeah, but it depends whether they are more precise or not. Yeah, I will get into the debate about Rausis and about what they did and how ethical is it and etc etc. We need to colonize Mars. Yeah, okay. That's I think pretty decent conclusion. Yeah, so hello everybody, welcome to the stream. Sorry for being so late today, but as usual, many things happened. I was like running around the place like virtually whole the day, hanging out with people, and now I'm finally back in the safety of my room, and we can tackle this important topic that I think is worth considering and that I wanted to discuss with somebody for quite some time. And that is the most recent example of cheating in chess, the Igors Rausis case. So for those of you who don't know or who haven't followed the news, Igors Rausis is an elderly grandmaster who made a very rapid progress in his 50s. So here is his his rating chart. So you can see that he has been around of course. Okay, so this is 2500. He has been around. Yeah, let me just. Okay, so he has been around 2500 for almost 10 years, and then suddenly, so he's he was born in 61, I believe, and so in his 50s, he suddenly starts making a leap all the way to 2700. So ever since 2012, he made a leap of 200 rating points in his 50s once again. No, it's not my cholesterol. I'm living alone. I don't have any cholesterol because I don't eat. I have to eat the food I cook. I mean, what do you expect? It's good that I'm still alive, let alone that I have cholesterol. So yeah, and that. Okay, let me just switch the game. Okay, so yeah, and many people suspected he was cheating. He was under a lot of suspicion, and it's also noteworthy it's worth mentioning that he was playing only in lower rated opens. So opens that had like one grandmaster at top. So he was convincingly and consistently. Yeah, he was. I'm sorry. Once again, I don't follow whether you're trying to throw me or not. Didn't get it. So yeah, he was consistently scoring against lower-rated opposition, and there is a FIDE rule that states that if your opponent is, if the rating gap between you and your opponent is 400 points, so let's say if you are 2500 and he's 1700, it still counts as he's only 400 rating points lower rated than you. So basically, if you are 2500 grandmaster and you beat a 1700 rated player, it's the same as if you beat 2100 rated player, you get 0.8 points. And many people simply thought that he was exploiting this hole in the FIDE system by consistently choosing lower rated tournaments and consistently scoring very well against lower rated opposition. But actually the thing is that it's very hard to score consistently against such an opposition, especially since in those tournaments he would occasionally play against 2300, 2400 rated player, and if you lose just one game, it annuls the previous like 7 or 8 or whatever. So yeah, the other day, 2 or 3 days ago, he got caught. So this is the photo they made. So FIDE Anti-Cheating Commission specifically waited for him. Let me just increase the photo. And they caught him during a tournament in Strasbourg, I believe, another one of these low-rated tournaments. So he was, as you can see, using his mobile phone on the toilet. And of course, a photo such as this one, I'm going to remove it because I don't think we need to have it during the whole stream. Immediately arises some debate, and yeah, I'm not sure how they did it. Whether they, I believe that they put a camera, but they didn't disclose anything. So I think they put a camera and waited for him, and I kind of hope that they waited for him to enter, which is, yeah, it can be debated, and it is really questionable whether this can be admitted as a proof at the court. But on the other hand, I for once have zero regret, because I think that that since they caught him, it's simply this act is justified, and I believe that unfortunately, okay, there is no the only other way of fighting. No, I think they said that he had a mobile phone wisely covered in some sort of toilet paper or something like that, and somebody told me that he was consistently picking up choosing tournaments, and where he was asking beforehand what kind of anti-cheating measures do they have implemented. So this is not like from a FIDE Grand Prix, it's some random tournament in small tournament where nobody expects people to do something like that, and they surprised him because this Strasbourg Open was one of those tournaments. And yeah, I really hope that this camera didn't film the whole way, and I think it's at the very least debatable. I think much better way is simply to have metal detectors at the entrance of every tournament. Like if every national federation gets like 5 or 10 these metal detectors, then we would solve a huge amount of issues. But on the other hand, I have zero sympathy for somebody like him, because he has been doing it for so many years. He cost many people rating points, he cost many people their money, and he got invited to some he got greedy basically. He came to close to 2700 and started getting invitations to some events. I think he got invited into some event into Spain, and in my mind there is no doubt he was cheating. And actually Alexander Grishchuk shares my viewpoint. If you, I think, watch his press conference after FIDE Grand Prix from the other day, he said there are good news because this guy got caught cheating. So in his mind there is no doubt, and in my mind also. And I'm aware that something that you need to be careful in these sorts of instances, that you need to like give them benefit of the doubt, and yeah, not embark on a witch hunt. But in my opinion, this photo proves it all. Like, I'm pretty sure he wasn't checking his Twitter account while he was there, but on the other hand, even if he did, having mobile phones in tournament playing hall is forbidden, so he went against the rules. And of course, it's very hard to claim how often he was, to prove how often he was cheating, when he started cheating. But yeah, the fact that he gained 200 rating points in his 50s at that level, which is most important, is simply too good to be true. It is one thing to jump from 1700 to 1900, but something completely different to jump from 2500 to 2700. And I think that there is no doubt that he was doing it. Okay, so let's remove this photo, just so, yeah. Let's remove the photo, and in order to like really check it or something like that, I decided to analyze a couple of games today by him. I made a selection, and I'm going to go over them. I did check them briefly, but yes, but this is actually a very good example, because it took God knows how many years and 1200 rating points to catch him. You know, if he was just maybe a little less greedy, a little bit more careful, he would be he would be, you know, maybe if he remained in 2500, 2600 ratings, nobody would ever doubt him. And who knows how long it would carry on, and who knows how many people are doing it as we speak. And it's, yeah, I think it's important to pinpoint this example, to you know, put it in front, to warn all the other cheaters, and just to know that nobody is immune, and unfortunately even not strong grandmasters, even not elderly grandmasters. I mean, I genuinely feel sorry for him, but that's the thing. You can understand and feel sorry for somebody without how do you say in English, while condemning their actions all the same. And I think that this action needs to be condemned, really, because it's really, as somebody put it, I think on chess.com or somewhere, people like this are doing to chess essentially what doping is doing to cycling. And I don't think we want to something like that. I think people like this can cause great harm to our game, and you know, turn away potential sponsors, and you know, discourage everybody. And you know, if somebody, let's say, I've heard of examples of youngsters cheating in youth championships, and just imagine that if you're a young player, and let's say you have a chance of becoming European champion or qualifying for first three, and then you run into one young cheater, and then you don't get the title and all that comes with the title. So you don't get you don't get like you know, stipend from your national federation. You don't get the press coverage, the support, the belief that the thing you're doing has something going on and that it's justified. So yeah, I'm really revolted with cheating examples, and that's why I'm so much involved. Yeah, exactly. I like actually there was in the last European Championship. Okay, now I sorry, just a moment. In the last European Championship, I think Leon actually caught one guy cheating. So it was publicized. It was an Austrian player. He also found his mobile phone in the toilet. So I'm not sure if you are right. You can ask him about that. But if you just try googling Austrian, well, I don't want to. He was suspecting somebody else was cheating, and he was trying to catch him, and then he went into the toilet, and then he found a mobile phone that belonged to another guy, and I think this guy was like 13 or 14-year-old FIDE master. I think you can try googling it for yourself. So it's a huge issue, and well, there is a strong indication he also got cheated, but he couldn't catch the guy. He wanted to catch one guy, but he couldn't, and instead he caught somebody else. But I would not dwell into the names or the event or anything like that. Yeah, but he once again he caught somebody else that played in the younger category, like totally unrelated to him, but just, you know, by pure accident he stumbled on this. So there's that. So anyway, let's take a look at some of the Rausis games. I have made some selection. I have actually I have made a selection of 10 games, and perhaps I should give you the engine evaluation somewhere. That would be interesting, most probably. But okay, where is the engine? Just to see. Jesus. Yeah, okay, that's not what I wanted. Okay, never mind. I'm not sure what I'm doing here, but okay. Well, I mean, we can try, but it's really hard. I mean, the thing is, he became Grandmaster in '92. He's been a Grandmaster for almost 20 years beforehand. So it's not like he doesn't know anything about chess. So I think that considering that he was stagnating around 2500, so let me just bring the. So you see the graph. So he was stagnating around 2500. So this is like a normal graph. And then I think somewhere around here in 2013 it started, or maybe even before. Let's say end of May. I don't know. And that's the scary point. If somebody's so strong, he doesn't need to cheat the whole game. He just needs one piece of information at the exact time, at the exact moment, and then he can decide the game. So he just needs one piece of information, not somebody to guide him throughout the whole game. And he can, use it arbitrarily to select whether he wants to beat somebody or draw with somebody. Because you will see that I think he did some things to reduce suspicion. I think he did some things deliberately to give the false trails. That's why I have also included one of his losses, just to see. And then from that we can probably try to evaluate his strength. So okay, let's go check the game. Just a moment. Why don't I have the engine analysis? I'd like to have the computer up there, just to see. But yeah, this is the study mode, and now I don't have. Yeah, I'd like to have it on analysis board, but not here. I have actually made a study, but I'm not sure. What do you mean paid people off? Okay. Come on, I want to have engine up there. But okay, that's probably not going to happen. So okay, let's see how it went. So he played, and another thing you will see from his games, I have went through some of them, is that he can play all sorts of first of all, he was almost never in danger. So not once did I see him get a significantly worse position, even in the games he drew. And the other characteristic is that he plays brilliant positional games, but also brilliant tactical games. So he's strong in everything. I mean, as every 2700 player is, but yeah, it's incredible. You can even see here. So his opponent made 3 inaccuracies, 3 mistakes, 2 blunders, and 33 average centi-point loss. While Rausis made 2 inaccuracies and has just 12 average centi-point loss. That's remarkable. I've read in forums or somebody wrote. So he was playing for the Czech Federation recently, and somebody said that him cheating was everybody suspected it in the Czech Republic. So yeah, if there is somebody from Czech Republic, it would be really cool to see, to hear their thoughts. But yeah, so b6 g3. So they played the standard hedgehog setup, and here rook e1. Okay, it's all theory, as far as I know. It's all theory. He wants to play e4, e5 without. Yeah, but he switches to d5, not allowing the e4, because after castling e4, if you go for hedgehog, I think there is e5. There is. I mean, you can even play d4, but maybe d3. Let me just get. Yeah, I don't have anything here. I don't have opening explorer. I don't have anything. Jesus, I have somehow tricked myself. I wanted to have not have anything here. Okay. Whatever. I'm confused. Okay, so I'm not sure what would happen there, but d5. Yeah, this is more or less normal. I think it's theoretical, and I think they go something like d4 here. Yeah. They go d4, you basically exchange everything, And I think this endgame was played several times by Ulf Andersson, the great Swedish grandmaster from the 80s, 70s, 80s, who was known as a great technician, and he actually won this position with white several moments. But then again, he also drew several times. And please note that Rausis is playing against 2500 grandmaster here, which is not an easy task to win such a position here. I mean, obviously white has small advantage here, but nothing too serious. I'm also curious. I think there are some reasons why they don't go knight c6 here or knight d7. I mean, I think Anderson demonstrated that you want to I think with either rook d1 or rook c1, white retains some small edge. I analyzed these positions in the course of the book by who was it? From amateur to international master. I think it was Jonathan Hawkings or Jonathan Rawson. I always mix it. I think it was Jonathan Hawkings. So he analyzed precisely these types of endgames, and they tried to demonstrate how Ulf Andersson won. But even so, let's see how Rausis did it. It's not easy to do so, especially not against 25, 50, 100 grandmaster. So knight a6, aiming for just not allowing the knight to be attacked. Because I think after knight c6, rook c1, rook here, it's not so easy, you can't play rook d8 here, and then rook d7 is threatened. And here, as we will see in the game, after knight e6, you can simply oppose the rooks. Yeah, but here, once again, you can't go rook c8 because you would take and play rook d7, and that's not. So let's say if you play rook c8, you take here, and play rook d7, and you even can't play rook d7 because you get checkmated. So it's tricky. It's not so easy to play these types of endgames. So h6 was played, knight f3, rook takes, and now rook c8, aiming for activity. And now after the fourth, rook d7, rook c2, rook takes, knight b4, black should be able to draw this with precise play. But it's once again, he has sufficient activity, and one of these pawns will fall, either on e2 or b2. But then let's see what happens. e3, chasing knight away, and now king f1, defending the e2. And okay, and you can say this is more or less human-like play, so nothing suspicious yet. But rook takes b2, knight e5, hitting f7, f6, knight f3, going back, preparing knight d4, trying to hit e6, rook c2 now, and here this is like a mysterious move, e4. It's like the first move that but okay. Because it's committal, that's the problem. Like most people would play knight d4, rook here, king g2, and then maybe e5 you probably have to go. But then after e5, you need to take care of this. So yeah, it's not so clear actually what you like. Knight d4 looks so much more human-like to me. But yeah, okay, that's not enough to suspect that somebody is cheating, obviously. But yeah, that's the characteristic. He plays so much more concretely. So this position is apparently equal, but he just plays so committally, because after a4, yeah, obviously you can't play rook c4 because knight d2, rook c2, king e2 is the idea, I assume. So a4, e5 was played, restricting the knight h4 now, going for this g7 pawn. Knight e6, knight f5, g7 will be weak, and now the first rook c7. This is a mistake, and the engine says that king f8 is kind of the best. So what I believe his strategy against these 25, 50, 100 players was that just getting an equal position, nothing suspicious, not crushing them out of the opening, and then seeing if whether they will play accurately in slightly inferior position, and if they don't, it's not so suspicious. That's what I think he did. So rook c7 was played, and this is apparently a mistake, because this knight endgame is much worse for black. Knight e6, going after the b6 pawn, knight a6, trying to get one pawn, but after knight c4, knight c5, knight b6, knight e4. Okay, here a5 was apparently a better move, but unfortunately I don't have the computer evaluation. I really should fix that. How do I get it? Let me just a moment. Why can I want to have what standard witches engine here? Okay. Yeah, but now I don't have the moves. Great. Shit. Okay, never mind. Sorry about that. So yeah, and here it seems that Black should be able to defend, but it seems that this. I mean, okay, the pawns are equal, and you know. It seems that Black is struggling, but maybe he might be able to hold due to counterplay on the king side, but no. And the game concluded surprisingly quickly. After king e2, knight c5, king d2, king f7, king c3, not advancing the pawn. Okay, obviously here advancing the pawn will be a blunder, but king c3, king e6, king c4. You know, Black, a strong grandmaster, went into the panic mode. I mean, obviously. King d6 or maybe even knight b7 are the better moves, but then you really suffer, and the king still advances. But here he went on a rampage, knight a4, and then he tried creating some counterplay on the queen side, okay, king side, but nothing came to be because yeah, he simply converted here, and f4 is king g2 f4 is never going to happen because knight takes. And this is just a winning endgame after here Black resigned because after king g2, king takes e5, king takes, this pawn falls and this pawn will queen. But so yeah, he made it look remarkably easy, like automatic win. And this is actually quite decent variation for white. But and you can say that there's nothing spectacular, but you know, just yeah, okay, Black probably didn't make his best effort ever, but you know, just the accuracy of his play is staggering. Yeah, but it's one thing to play attacking moves in attacking position, and the other is to play, because it's really hard to evaluate like that this e4 pawn will not be a weakness, especially with the knight on f3, you know. It's really, I mean, I would understand it, let's say if here he went e4 and then, you know, something. Although even here is dangerous because, you know, but with the knight on f3, it's really, that's like, you know, incredibly, it creates problems for the other side, and, you know, just this outpost here, and this is also totally not, once again, why not knight d4? And here, you know, just up to this point he has been defending well, but you know, king f8 is not an easy move to make. And after rook c7, he completely, of course, you don't want to play something like this, I believe, because then you're going to get crushed with this knight, with this passive knight. I think your king can go other way, and you know, the sheer activity in the difference in activity, although it's not so clear, let's say. I'm not so sure about this position, but I suspect that it should be winning for white. He will just gobble up on the queen side. Here, right? Yeah, king f8 is more resistant. Okay, maybe knight c8 then, or what? Like yeah, okay, here, king f8. Yeah, you're right. But knight c8 maybe then. And I'm not sure after. I mean, let's say if you play. I mean, this is ugly and probably bad, but it is really so. Here, b5. Just sec. And you're... Yeah, but what would happen after king f8? Then knight b5 was the idea, or what? Okay. And you can't arrive with the king because of knight c8, right? King e2, and if you go king e7, you lose this pawn. Yeah, so he would have just stalemated him. Yeah, he can't. He would just bring the king somewhere and then start going. Yeah. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, I missed. I forgot about the fork. Yeah. So it's amazing how quickly his game went downhill. And shit, I need to bring some engine somewhere. Just a moment, because. Where is the engine? I wanted to check how many of his moves are I've checked it in chessbaits. Yeah, that's correct. But yeah, I wanted to check how many of his moves coincide with the choice of the engine. I mean, in my chessbase, they do a lot, but I can't show it here. I mean, virtually many his moves are the top choice of the engine in many of his games I have checked. Okay, I went over them briefly. Yeah, so yeah, I mean that's yeah, I mean we can analyze these games from the instructive point of view, but like here, I'm not sure when did you arrive, but I said that e4 is really a weird decision for me. Like knight d4 is so much more human-like, at least for me. Because let's say if you give check king g2, how exactly do you defend here? Let's say maybe you play rook c7, or no, you can't play rook c7. Yeah, maybe rook c7 is the way, right? Yeah, or knight c7. I thought rook c7. Yeah, okay, maybe that's not impossible, but you know, just he makes it so easy. Yeah, like, you know, it seems like a grandmaster beating an amateur, more or less. But okay, that's just one game. Let's not dwell about it too long. So let's see what. Once again. Okay, let me. Shit. How do you? Where you? Okay, let me just do this. Rausis, no Christopher. Just one moment. From which year is that? 2017. Okay, sorry. Okay, tools. Sorry. Import PG in. Okay, that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see how many of his choices are compatible with the top computer engine. Yeah, I know. Yeah, but I was debating previously. I'm not sure how often did he use engine, you know? I was debating whether he was like using it for every move, for some moves, for critical moments, because my argumentation was that at such a level playing you know, just having one information at the right moment makes a huge difference, you know. So let's say if you give like 1 or 2 engine moves per game to a 25 or 2550 100 player, he surely plays as 2650 or 2700, and that's what I've been debating the whole time. Okay, so let's look at this game. This is Rausis against No Christopher from 2017. So his opponent was 2400 rated player, as far as I see, and yeah, this also made a really he was playing the white pieces, right? And he won that game, right? Yeah. So let's see what happened here, and let's see the engine. Yeah, I should have probably put the engine. I should maybe do that. Okay, just a moment. Just so you can see the engine choices. It will take me some time, sorry, so feel free to throw me in the meantime. Okay. Okay. So amateurish streams. So amateurish. No. Okay, so these are the first three choices of the engine. I will put them here, just so you can see them. So we'll check it together, okay? So, okay, let's keep the opening. And one other thing I noticed that he plays a variety of openings very well. So obviously he plays e4, he plays d4, he plays knight f3, he plays c4, he plays everything. So yeah, this is the standard position of the open Ruy Lopez, and I believe in the past knight g5 was extensively tested here. It's the so-called Karpov gambit. It was played, I think, in '78 in the match against in his match against Korchnoi, and Igor Rausis was, if I am not mistaken, the originator of this idea. And obviously, this became famous in the match Kasparov Anand after Kasparov in the game after the game 10 of Kasparov Anand match in 1995, I think, which went. So obviously, if you not obviously, but if you take the knight with the queen, you have queen f3, and it's amazingly tricky to defend. So yeah, let's say if you play bishop d7, then you're dropping f7, and this pin is annoying. So yeah, he has this variation of the Ruy Lopez also. But I don't know actually much about his life. He was not featured in Genesis Onco books. And I think the game between Anand and Kasparov went takes, or takes. There was some queen d3 in the position, but I'm not sure. Yeah, takes, I believe. Bishop c2, queen c3, knight b3, takes. And now queen h5, or how was it played? Queen g4 actually, I think. No, not queen g4. Maybe I missed it. Maybe knight d4 or bishop e6. How was it played? Bishop e6 maybe. Knight d4, queen g4 I believe. Rook d8 and bishop h6. Something like that was played. That was Kasparov Anand game. And now if you take, you get checkmated here. That was the whole point. And also your queen is hanging, and yeah. And I think he played queen b2, bishop g7, and he had to, I don't know what he did later. But yeah, that's the famous game, which effectively buried the variation. But I'm not sure. I think later they found a fourth draw in the lines after this. There was extensive theory, something like that. I'm not sure any longer. But no, in the complications, black now sacrifices the piece, and then he gets some sort of huge pawns, and it's a draw, more or less. But yeah. So nowadays, white plays bishop c2, d3, or bishop b1 is played, and they play from this position. So okay, he played, I think it's all theory up to this point, and it was seen many times. Okay, b4 is the first sort of new move. Castling, bishop f4. Let's see whether that move turns up. Okay, maybe not yet. h3, and now I think he ups. So suddenly, this engine doesn't realize immediately, but after bishop f4, queen d7, h3, it suddenly gives huge advantage to to white. So yeah, okay, but it's possible that it was still his preparation. But after rook d8, rook e1 or g4. Okay, g4 the second choice. First choice now. Second choice, first choice. It comes to the front. g4. Okay, rook e1. Let's see the first choice. Rook e1 the first choice. What now? Rook e3 the first choice, obviously. I mean, why not? Yeah, rook e3. Such a logical move, right? Like, I mean, come on, man. Okay, and now I'm not sure what happens. Yeah, okay, obviously he wants to take on d3, but h3, bishop e3, rook c8. Is that really so horrible? Like, I mean, would you be convinced that this is so good? I wouldn't. And I'm not sure 20. Yeah, I mean, okay, but so rook e3, bishop takes, whatever, and now queen d3, of course. You don't take the piece. Yeah, okay, probably queen g4 is yeah, okay, was here. That's self-explanatory, but I mean, you have to foresee all those possibilities before you. I mean, probably even around here you have to calculate. No, that wasn't event. This was let me see. This was some. I think this was open or whatever. Bundesliga. No, this was Bundesliga. This was the team. This was the team competition. Second Bundesliga. I mean, it's okay. It's possible that this is preparation, but I mean, unfortunately, I don't see the times. But okay, let's just see what happened there. Queen d3, takes, bishop e4. And now suddenly you are pawn down, but you have enormous compensation here, and you're almost winning here. So what you don't see? Shit, I failed once again. Unsurprisingly. Okay, just a moment. Sorry. You didn't see the first choice. Okay, we now have everything. So yeah. And now rook d8, of course. King g2 first choice. Yeah, but Kasparov is the best player in the world who had people working for him. Okay, and that's a bit different, you know. And here, what is the threat? If I play, I don't see g6. It will just improve knight d4. Yeah, I mean, okay, it's possible to conceive that, but yeah, these things are like, you know, just. If it were an isolated case, then that okay, but you know, nobody is able to execute and implement his ideas with such a consistency as Rausis. I mean, I think he had like an undefeated streak of God knows how many games. For 2 years almost, he didn't lose a game. So like, this is just brutal the way he conducted this game. So now this pawn falls and black is completely passive. Now, well, let me just not switch the moves. So here, yeah, let me see, bishop g5, whether it will appear. Of course, it's first move of the engine, or second now. But okay, it's always somewhere there. In bishop g5, king f8. Now bishop e3 back. Like, yeah. I mean, this game is probably the best example of why Rausis was so successful. So yeah, black is trying to hold, but now knight d4. Now, yeah, f4, first choice, or second, first, second, third, here somewhere, but it doesn't matter. I think I read somewhere that he went 174 games without losing. I'm not sure how accurate that info is, but that speaks for itself. So screw Magnus, screw Ding Liren, this is the hero. f4, g6, and now, yeah, okay. This is the first. So yeah, I think that up to this, he played more or less on engine, and then maybe he didn't play every move since he obtained the winning position. So yeah, he didn't play also another move that spoiled it. Bishop f2, knight b3, you know, just shuffling around a bit. Knight c5. Knight e6 is playable. Rook e6, of course, the first choice of the engine. the second, the third, always somewhere here. Okay, obviously we need this is 23 depth, 23 ply. So rook a6, knight b6, takes, king g3, even in these quiet positions. King g3, bishop c5, just so dominant. And yeah, obviously now the b5 falls, not allowing any counter check play, and yeah, brutal. Now you even enter the opposite, and you give up the pawn on b4 because of course there's a concrete calculation behind it. So why not? This whole sequence with yeah had to be foreseen. b5 now. It's even now. I mean obviously, Wake is that's how. Yeah, of course. Now you sacrifice an exchange just for the sake of it. And you notice that this is completely not necessary at this point. Okay, I mean it is maybe the whole proceeding play, but I don't think you play like that. That any human would willingly depart from his bishop pair if he didn't need to. So yeah, you need this all needs to be considered very carefully because rook c6 is a more human move. But it's that debatable whether this wins. But then suddenly king g6, which is not even seen by the engine, at least this one on lichess, and then suddenly you are completely winning. And you have strictly the only move king f7. If not, you lose. So king f7, and now rook. Yeah, of course, you can't take because the c6 wins. So yeah, I mean, brutal execution. Just so. Incredible game. Yeah, just let's see how he did. Okay, let me request the computer analysis here just to see how many centipawns did he have on this game. I mean, to my mind, after seeing this game such as this, there's no debate whatsoever about him doing something wrong. This is just, I mean, he's playing against 2400 rated player, and he kills them without any resistance. And you can have a couple of such games, but not so many games. And this is, there has to be a fight, and here this is no fight. This is annihilation. This is just killing everybody from the start, from finish. It was all about white. It's incredible. Yeah, so it says that he has 11 average centipawn loss with 1 inaccuracy, while his opponent has 31. So, okay, but let's see the game against Kanovsky David. Okay, let me just dig that up. Kanovsky, okay. Just to see another game, okay. So this is the game he played against Kanovsky David at 2400. Hey Mega Mikey, thank you so much. I wanted to do something different. I always aim for being special. So yeah, glad somebody like it. Glad to hear it. Yeah. So I mean, I'm pretty as I was saying earlier in the stream. I'm pretty dismissal of cheaters in general, and I really. Thank you for following, Mega Mikey. I'm really revolted and repulsed with their numbers and their behavior. And I think that's I don't want to start a witch hunt, but I do feel this topic needs to be brought under spotlight. And I don't think I'm doing a witch hunt by analyzing his games and deciding for myself. I mean, besides, Rausis himself said that he has already played his last game, so it speaks for itself. So okay, let's see the game. Rausis was, I think, he was once again white, and he was playing a 2400 rated player, and this was in 2016 in the Czech Team Championship. So let's see what happens. So okay, we have a typical Maroczy or Maroczy or Marot, I never know how to pronounce it. And this is more or less standard theory, although I'm not sure this setup with Erwin knight c6 is critical, and then a4 a5. Many people play like that, but I'm not sure it's the best. And okay, here rook a d1, giving opportunity for knight g4, but not sure how he went to. Maybe bishop d4 was the idea, but his idea after knight g4, or bishop f4 simply. Yeah, bishop c5. Okay, lots of possibilities. And yeah, okay, bishop d4, more or less logical. And now we start f4, going for the kill. Knight b4, queen b4, a3, queen back, queen e3. All first choices, by the way. Just you see them. Queen e3. So let's start from here. f4 is f4 first choice, a3 first choice, queen e3 first choice, bishop b6 first choice, c5 first choice, and the consistent follow continuation of the plan. Well, you can't for sure. I mean, unfortunately, until metal detectors are introduced at every tournament, you can just see how often he is away from the board, how often he goes into the toilet, and even that's not bulletproof method. So unfortunately, this is a huge problem even today. Especially if somebody is doing it like intelligently and not choosing top engine choices every now and then. So yeah, I'll just request analysis here just to see how many centipedes did he spend. So c5 was played, the first choice, knight d7, c d6, knight b6, d7, rook f8, queen b6, bishop c3, bishop b takes c3, queen e7, and here this was the... Yeah, okay, online you can't, I mean, okay, online you can recognize people because they, you know, they move more slowly, they, you know, they have this 1, 2, 3 move, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 move, they move in regular intervals, they make obvious moves out in the same intervals, and yeah, it's you know, they don't have a feeder rating and stuff like that. So yeah, online I don't even want to go into the discussion about online cheating. It's a huge problem, and you can only report people to the moderators and hope they will get punished, which is good in that regard because they give you rating points back. So, but I think cheating in real life chess is a much bigger issue. So this was the move that, like, okay, so your pawn is hanging and he just plays rook d6, like zero consideration whatsoever to that. And if he takes, yeah, I mean, okay, obviously you can take because you get rook d8, but yeah, already. So I mean, after 40 moves, he just has brutal position. He obtained a winning position after a series of extremely precise moves here, and you know, it's not only about making moves; it's also about, you know, evaluation of these subsequent variations. You know, engine is not afraid to go into this type of structure, but you know, human has to misevaluate something during the game, and so far we have seen that he didn't misevaluate a single thing. So yeah, e5 also the best move. Queen b8, bishop g4, the best move, so powerful. Bishop d7, the best move. G3, because now you have just attacked and now you play g3, like, Jesus. Rook c1 now defending. I mean, it's so hard to conceive what white is doing here. Rook d1 now, because you probably don't want to prevent c4. I mean, obviously black is losing, but even in this position, you know, he never fucks it up. He never screws things up. He just, you know, converts. The conversion is also so precise. It's incredible. c4 now. king f2, what a move. Okay, it's not featured in the position, but it's just that in plus 8 position, yeah, now it's going to appear after a while. It's here, so just to make sure. So I think this was the very unintelligent cheater, which is fortunate for us. So rook 6 d5, the point being that you open this path, that you virtually win the rook, right? And white is powerless. And what you can do that now? You can't. Once again, do it the same. Yeah, it is. Still, why do you play king f2 here? Well, what's the purpose of king f2? So yeah, this will just, I mean, in these sorts of variations, this is like the first maybe inaccuracy of the game. In the moment where everything is, it doesn't matter what you're doing anyhow. Yeah, now it's just brutal once again. Like, it's not so easy. This position, okay, okay, for any self-respectable 25, 50, 2600 Grandmaster, it's not such a pain in the ass to convert this position, but I mean, the way he did it, it just 4 moves, and it's probably in time trouble is like bam, 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 just like that. Incredible crash. And okay, he has 28 average centipound loss, but bear in mind that in this game his position was much more winning than in previous ones, where he was playing from equal position. And you know, when you have a massively winning position, then you screw it up, like you don't play optimal moves, but you still win, the engine registers that as a mistake. But you know, going from +8 to +4 is not a mistake. So yeah, I excuse myself. I'll just go grab something to eat quickly, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so I think we'll look at just 2 more games and then we'll wrap it up. So let's look at his game against Wagner Dennis, which is from shit. Okay, let me just try to find it. Okay. This is from his game against Wagner Dennis from Baden Cup Finale, also 2016. So Rausis is once again playing white, and please note that this time he opens with d4, not e4. So we have seen him opening with c4, e4, now d4, and he plays all these openings so well and always gets a good position. So here Grunfeld was met. He got a Grunfeld, like this Soviet system with Fianchetto Grunfeld, and now bishop e3, which is a bit strange move, but I think it was probably played in the opening. Yeah, this was played by strong grandmasters like Aronian and Louis Chao, so it's not that unexpected, I guess. This was all played before, and here we start knight d4. This was also played. Okay, rook b1, a6. Let's see when they depart. Knight b3. This was played by Banush Tamash in 2005. That's the only game I have in Lichess database. Queen c1 was played in one previous game, but okay. Knight b3, Queen c7, and this is already like the first inaccuracy. Knight c4 is like I think the critical move, but it's okay, playable. And you see, I didn't find it. I actually didn't think. But I don't want to propagate the London system cult, so no thank you. I mean, when you're playing like him, the opening choice doesn't really matter. So, and yeah, here we can see how quickly it goes. So I should mention that Wagner Dennis he was 25-75, and I think he's quite young. So yeah, and he once again got out prepared in completely different opening, and now it starts. This is where we depart the official opening theory. So just watch. Knight takes, first move. Queen d5, first move. And this is incredibly complete. I mean, it's close to equality, but posing micro problems to black all the time. Like you appear that you would exchange c3 for b7 and be able to draw, but it's not so easy. So let's see what's happened. Queen d5, first move. Takes, takes, takes. First rook fc1. This will be the first move after a while, I assume. Also, if you're wondering why I mean, I don't think he went to check every move every single time, but I just feel that he went into toilet, clicked the sequence of moves a while, played in the app for a while, and then decided on a sequence, and then maybe he went again, decided on a move. So that's why, and I think he did it really unintelligently, because you can't just be stupid enough to match all the first moves of the engine. So also for those of you who haven't been here, who are new to this, this is the photo that got circulated, where he was filmed during the Strasbourg Open, sitting on the toilet and clicking through his moves. So I'm not talking from my ass when I say that he was using the engine, most probably. And these games really I think are it should be clear to any chess player that I mean, okay, you might argue that I did cherry pick from the data, and that I selected only suspicious games, but when you take a look at his blitz games, which is I'm sad that I didn't, and when just when you take a look at these draws are like professional draws, but his opponent didn't have any chance. I haven't stumbled upon a single draw where he like played for 90 moves, and I think he did maybe, especially in the past, lose or draw a certain game or play on his own just to keep the suspicion away. But as in the last years, as he was approaching 2700, he got even more greedy, I think, and overconfident, and that's what cost him. So rook fc1, first move. a4, preventing b5, not taking on b7 immediately. First move, rook b8 runs into bishop f4, or rook a7, so you don't really want to do that. Bishop takes now. And once again, it would appear that this is close to equality, and most probably is, but due to the activity of the rooks, this advanced pawn, black has to really play precisely, and it's incredibly hard under pressure, and incredibly hard under the pressure of the engine. So h5, king g2, first move of the engine. I'm a bit tired of saying that, but and now the big mistake, you need to stay still, but he tried to do something sensible, exchanging the rooks, exchange, and now rook a7, rook c6, a5, and it's GG. Rook c6, because bishop e6 is coming and you're going to lose this pawn, and nothing to show for it. Bishop e6 takes, of course, not even taking care to defend this pawn, because why would you? Because if you play rook king f1, maybe you get here, and maybe there is something. King h7, if you take, then what? Then you take here, so you need to be careful. But of course, This is much stronger. And I'm wondering what if now bishop c3. Then you can take here because you have a check. Okay, that's the point. So yeah, incredibly precise. You know, bishop b6 is so incredibly precise move. It's so incredibly precise. So incredibly precise. And here once again, the engine wants to go king h7, but okay. Takes, and now he just promoted the pawn more or less. Push, baby. And now, yeah. And that's all she wrote. Yeah, I mean, this is... Just take a look at this beauty of a game. So, anti-Grunfeld, great opening. One inaccuracy by black. Here, rook knight c4 really has to be played. Takes. And then, just like that, I was playing a strong 2600 from virtually nothing. Then he commits a decisive mistake, exchanging a pair of rooks, which he shouldn't do, and then you just punish it with ultra precise sequence, and that's just, you know, how she wrote. Yeah, I mean, okay, so that's like another game that leaves no suspicion to me. And okay, for the last game, and by the way, if you're wondering, he had 13 average centipawn loss in this game. He made, according to the Lichess engine, 2 inaccuracies, while his opponent made 6 mistakes. So the quality of the play in all these 5 games. No, there are actually many anti-Grunfelds out there, so, and they're getting played really often. I think that prior to the game against Magnus in the Grand Chess Tour, that I don't remember. I don't remember that Maxim Vacher-Wagrev lost in Grunfeld recently. I can't recall an instance when he lost. So yeah, but okay. Yeah, sorry, my video of the yesterday stream finally got approved. I was streaming the music with the Deezer, and they somehow, you know, yes, Vider is an expert, but he's also not. I mean, not sure how much of a top player he is today. I think he switched to, you know, commenting, and you know, he has significantly reduced his appearances in top level. I'm not sure he's much up to date to theory. I think Giri and Maxim Vacher-Wagrev in particular is like the biggest expert today of both Najdorf and the Grunfeld. And sorry about me, I'm really enjoying these cherries. So okay, let's take a look at the game with Postny. So Postny is a strong 2600 Grandmaster, and that's the first loss that I managed to find in my database. Let me just see where that was. Yeah, so the first loss by Rausis I managed to find, and it was in the Fagerness Open in 2015. I'm not sure, he probably lost, I guess he lost something in the meantime, but I was not able to find it in a database. So in this game he was playing against strong Grandmaster Evgeny Postny. He was from Israel, and he was rated 2600, so then 2670, and just look at what happens here. So he was playing the black pieces. He played the Queen's Gambit accepted. He played a risky variation. Okay, this is all theory, I assume. Yeah, this was all seen many times before. Starting with this, and here this is the first inaccuracy. Queen d7 was played, but okay, Queen f6 is the top move. But in any case, black has good results in this line. Sorry, white. So Queen d7, Bishop d2, Bishop, and this is like already close to losing mistake. Knight h6 is recommended by the engine, but okay. Bishop b6 is also somewhere there. And now a4, a5, developing. Okay, knight h6, bishop d5, castling, knight c4, bishop a7, and you see that here something quite different is happening. He's in huge trouble already after just 12 moves. Okay, bishop takes a6, g takes x6, rook fd1, rook e8. Okay, a6, rook e7. Now you see that that's a human-like move. That's like rook no machine-like precision, so much to consider. And he plays rook e7 just defending f7, but it's a weak move because it has a tactical flaw due to, which was having exploited by knight h4, queen a3, queen e8. Now trying to justify his conception, but takes, and now white is all over the top once again. Rook e4, queen g3, rook f8, queen c3, f6, and e3, knight e3, takes, and here white has that very great end game with, despite being a pawn down, this pawn structure with 4 islands, 2 doubled islands and bad bishop is really horrible. And here after a while he just very quickly resigned the game. And this is, I think, what you can expect when this is obviously a game gone wrong, but I think that the level of the play between this game and the previous game is incredible, simply enormous. It's like two different people, persons are playing. And okay, once again, this is the most sample of games, but let's see. 47 average, 70 pawn loss, 4 mistakes, 2 blunders, a huge difference compared to all the previous examples. So yeah, it wasn't much. That's all. I think I will end the stream now because we need to work tomorrow, unfortunately. I hope to change that. Also, I think with this stream I have managed to get the affiliate status. And thank you all for helping me achieve that, for being present during the last preceding week. Now I need to think about what I will do next, how I will organize that, what that actually means, and what I want to do with it, basically how to organize subsequent streams and stuff. So I can't say when the next stream will come, but stay tuned. I think I will definitely stream once in the next couple of days. I'm not sure, most probably Tuesday, but I need to first, see what an affiliate can actually do. I have some idea, but I need to check it. So yeah, in my mind, there's no doubt that Rausis was cheating, and it was pretty blatant cheating, in my opinion. And I'm really glad he got caught. And yeah, I really hope that FIDE Anti-Cheating Commission will keep doing its job probably more legally than in the past. So yeah, I'm going to end the stream now. Thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for more chess in the future. Thank you all, and goodbye.